there. And yes, I am in a different location now. A lot has happened since the last update. So I want to start with the good news first. Um, so the day before I was supposed to leave, I still did not have a home for Casper. And I was very upset about this fact. But my buddy Steve, the guy that had helped me with the garage sale and so forth and so on, his family has definitely been very very kind to me. He had asked me for some pictures of him the day or so before, and I hadn't heard anything back, so I called him and asked him if he had any updates with that, and he's like, well, "Let me call you back in a little bit, and I'll let you know." And he did. And when he called me back, apparently it was his mom that he was looking at Casper for. She has an older female black lab, like 10 years old, and had another golden lab that she had lost a couple years before. And he's like, "Let me borrow your dog, and we'll see how they get along." And I asked obviously to go with, because I wanted to meet her as well. And we went over, and my dog and her dog got along great, and she's a really nice lady, and she's got a great backyard for them. And I mean, the dogs get along fine. So we were able to find Casper. I'm pretty sure a forever home. They're good people, and the fact that it's with my buddy's mom means that I can also stay in touch and also keep up on Casper as well as my stepson, because he was still very upset now about not being able to keep him. So that's definitely the good news. Steve and his family have been extremely kind through this whole thing and have helped me. I mean, Steve, I'm actually right now I'm in Angels Camp, California, and staying at a hotel. And I've spent the last couple nights, with my stepson. He's come out here and spent the night with me, and we've gone out to dinner and stuff, and hung around and drove around. And so it's really good to be able to spend some time with him. And dropped off all the stuff that I had brought him with, my old computer and monitors and a bunch of other stuff. So it's been good so far, except for the fact that I had had a conversation with somebody at the passport office before I left. And basically what they had said, because at the time I had an update on my account that said that it was getting processed again. And so I called, and he's like, "Yep." And he basically said, "Why don't you call back on the 19th? Today is the 20th." And he said, "Call back on the 19th, and they'll be able to schedule an appointment at the passport office in San Francisco, and I'll be able to go, and they'll be able to print it out for me on the spot." So yesterday, I got up bright and early and gave them a call, and I got this guy on the phone. And he's like, "Well, yeah, we sent you a letter on the 15th or 16th or whatever it was." And of course, I haven't received it yet because all of my mail is getting forwarded. And it's like, how am I supposed to respond to something that I haven't received? And of course, they have no information because they work with the passport department, but apparently they're not part of the passport department. And so this guy's like, "Well, until you get the letter and you can respond to it, there's nothing I can do." And I'm like, "I'm leaving in a week." And he just was not willing to be useful at all. And so I just asked him, I'm like, "So what you're telling me is I'm screwed?" And he's like, "Yeah, pretty much." So here I am. I am homeless, staying in a hotel in Northern California, trying to get on a flight in less than a week. Well, actually, it's a week from today is when my flight is. And the passport place is telling me that there's nothing they can do. And so we went to breakfast, me and Steve and Xander, and we're down there, and Steve's like, "Why don't you just tell them that, yeah, you got it, and it's all taken care of? It's a little lie, but at least you'll be able to get an appointment." So I thought that was a pretty good idea, and so I came back to my room and made another call, and "Oh yeah, well, we've got this, this action on there, and are you going to be able to respond to that?" "Oh, absolutely. I have no idea what it is because I don't have a letter." And so they set me up an appointment for Monday at 8 a.m. And and so about an hour or two later, I get a call, and it's from an agent of the passport office. And they're like, "Oh, well, we have this hold on your account. Are you going to be able to handle this?" And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And apparently they were able to give me information, but apparently, so I lived in New Mexico. I had lived in Chicago when I got married to my ex and had our kids, and that's where we got divorced. But then she moved to Wisconsin after I had moved to New Mexico, and she filed the child support thing apparently in Wisconsin. Of course, they then contact New Mexico, and I've been paying child support through New Mexico. Well, when I had to, pay off all the arrearages and everything and close the account, I did it obviously through New Mexico. I didn't know I had a case in Wisconsin, but apparently that's what this person told me is that yeah, the hold is because of the child support case in Wisconsin. I didn't even know I had one. So they at least gave me a number to Madison, Wisconsin to talk to the child support office there. And so I reached out and I contacted them and talked to them and like, oh yeah, it's paid off. As a matter of fact, you paid over. I have like a $1,000 balance there for positive. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, what do I need to do to get this reported so that when I go for my meeting on Monday, it's all clear because otherwise I'm not going to get my passport. And now understand, Christmas is this coming week. So, I, I mean, and I'm leaving on Saturday. So they're like, well, here, we'll put in an emergency thing and have one of the counselors call you. I'm like, great. And this is at like 10 o'clock in the morning, my time. So come about 2:30, I still haven't heard from anybody. And now they're in Wisconsin, so that means it's about 4:30 their time. And so I figured I'd probably better call them before their office closes or else I'm just going to be SOL. So I called and they're like, well, we haven't heard anything back yet, but we're pretty sure it's going to be cleared out the computers by Monday. And I'm like, pretty sure? I'm like, because my appointment is at 8 o'clock on Monday in San Francisco. And I'm going to be in a car driving there by the time that they're open. So it's not even like I'm going to be able to check. And if I do check and I have to do something, I'm going to be in a car. I won't be able to. So basically, that's what they said is call back on Monday. Everything should be good, but check with us. So luckily, since I did have them already schedule me the appointment, I was able to get into their system and try and reschedule the appointment. And so I rescheduled my appointment to Tuesday at 8 a.m. So that gives me all day Monday to harass the shit out of the state of Wisconsin, to make sure that this is all taken care of and marked completed as it should have been already. So right now, I have an appointment at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. And according to their calendar, there are no more appointments that week. And so if I don't get this done at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, I don't think I'm going to have a passport come Saturday. So fingers crossed, praying to God that all of these agencies can get their shit together because I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I'm a legal citizen. I'm not a felon. I've never done anything wrong. I try and live a good life. And now I'm just trying to get on with the next chapter of my life. And I've already got things planned and booked and paid for. And if I miss my flight, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just say that ain't going to happen. We're not going to let that happen. So, yes, it has been fucking chaos. And right now I've done everything they can. They told me that I may have to I did fill out a whole new passport application, even though they have the one that I submitted online 3.5 months ago. But so I've already got it. I actually, so I went, I filled this stuff out on my computer and then I went and I took it down to the hotel lobby where they have like a little computer for printer and stuff. Brought it down in PDFs with one of my drives that I have, and they wouldn't let me plug the drive in because it's, high-end security here, don't you know? So I'm like, okay, it's in my Google Drive. So I pull one of the documents up in the Google Drive to print it, and their computer just first it took like 5 minutes just to even show the document, but as soon as I went to print, the whole computer crashed. Story of, depending on other people's machines. So I'm like, well, and I've also got to, scan. If it's like for doing a regular passport, I got to have copies of my driver's license, my birth certificate, all this stuff. And they don't have a copier, of course. And it's a nice hotel. I really like, check this out. The view here is amazing. So this was actually Steve's room. And before he checked out, he's like, Steve, you should really see if you can get them to give you this room. And so, I mean, because it overlooks the pool, and I mean, it's a beautiful place. I mean, I'm loving it. But yeah, so at least I've got a nice view. Who knows how long I'm going to be here? But you know, so I couldn't even print the stuff here at the hotel, and so I'm thinking, okay, is there like a FedEx Kinko's or something around here I can go and have them print these documents? And of course, there really isn't. And so I'm like, we got to find like a Best Buy or a Staples or something that we can buy a printer that has a scanner on it so I can get all this done. And so we did that. We ended up driving over to the next town over to Sonora and buying a little printer. And I told Xander, I'm like, I can do one or two things. Either I can buy it and return it, or I can buy one that you want to keep. So we ended up buying one that he's going to keep. And got back to the hotel with it, set it up, made copies, filled out the forms, printed everything out that we needed to, even though it was a huge pain in the butt because, of course, being in a hotel, I didn't have my own hub with me and stuff to be able to um, to create my own network so I could connect everything together. So it was a pain in the ass. I had to do it through my phone, but we made it work. And then I'm sitting here thinking, because I digitized all my documents before I left. You know, my birth certificates, everything. And so I had that, but then I'm thinking it's like in their paperwork, they're making it sound like they need like an official birth certificate. Well, I had a little safe at the house that we kept all those documents, and that's actually where my passport had been until now. I'm like carrying, well, my old one, the expired one. And so I had dropped the safe with Xander because it also had a bunch of, um, um, what are they? The saving certificates for kids. I'm can't think of the term right now, but you know what I mean. And that we're in the safe for him, and are all at full maturity now, so that he can cash them out, bonds. That's what they're. And so and I had left that with him yesterday when we dropped off all the stuff, or 2 days ago when we got here, we dropped off all the stuff. And then last night I gave him the keys because it was on my keychain. And so today, when he went to leave, I'm like, check the safe to see if my original birth certificate is still in there, because I wasn't sure if I'd thrown it all out or not, because I got rid of everything. I got rid of everything. Well, luckily, he went and he checked it, and my original birth certificate's in there. So he's going to bring that back to me today. So that would be the only thing document-wise that I would need, but I have it, and we're good. So now, I guess the best thing I could do is try and relax the rest of the weekend. There ain't shit I can do until Monday. Today's Saturday, and I'm making my videos here. I still have, the challenge that I had, I was going to make a video of me packing all my stuff, but I was running short on time. The power was shut off on my house. I don't even know if I've had a video about this yet, but yeah. So I had scheduled the power to be shut off the day that I was going to leave, and I expected it would be like sometime in the afternoon. Oh no, 7:30 in the morning. I'm in the shower. All the power goes off. So yeah, that made it interesting. But I think I've already mentioned that in the video. And so I didn't get to do my packing video, and I couldn't fit everything into the bags at the time because I was rushing through everything. And so now I'm going to try and do that while I'm here, and I'll be able to, lay it all out, and, hopefully I can fit everything in, and whatever I can't fit in has got to go. But, I'm excited. I still have 95% faith that this is going to happen when I want it to happen. I'd like to say 100%, but then that's just cocky. So, I have done everything that I'm supposed to do. And so I guess we're going to see, if the government agrees. But, at this point, it's just forcing this by pure will. I am a determined man, and if there is anything that I can do to make this happen, it's going to happen. So at this point, it's kind of in God's hands, and he's. Like I say, with my dog. At the last minute. I want to send out a huge thanks to Steve and his family for helping me with him. because I don't know what I would have done. But I'm very grateful. Um, so God has been looking out for me and the people around me. And so, you know, I've got faith that this is all going to happen. But, for now, like I said, I'm just going to enjoy my weekend with my stepson. He's visiting with his grandparents and stuff now. And, I've got a beautiful view, even though it's been raining. It's supposed to rain this entire week. But, I mean, coming from New Mexico, that's actually kind of a blessing. So, and I guess I'll have to get used to it going into the Philippines. But I promised myself I wasn't going to cry on this. But, it's still real. But all the important things have been taken care of, and in the best possible way that they could have been. So I'm very grateful. And so, I will keep you guys apprised as to how all this plays out. But, you know, just, like and subscribe if you're appreciating my journey and want to help me at all. I'm going to attempt to get, some things up there if you guys want to buy. Well, I don't have the shirt, but here's one of the hats. That's my, yeah. And but, I appreciate anybody that is able to watch this, slobbering old man. But, this next chapter, I am so excited. I've been talking to my friend in Cebu, and he's psyched, and he's got all these plans for us and stuff that we're going to do. And sorry, had to, my nose was running, had to wipe my eyes. But like I said, I am very grateful right now. No, not everything's perfect yet, but I know that I've done everything that I can. So, and that's all you can do. It's a trudge some days. But right now, God's got my back. And so I'm hoping that through the next few days that will continue. So, if it doesn't, I'll have to find another way to deal with it. But, I appreciate everybody watching this. And you guys have an amazing day. Thank you.